Hi guys, Gran and Oppa here, and we want to read you another story. Today's story is called Brian the Smelly Bear, and Oppa is going to do the actions. So that's going to be exciting for us. This book is by Mark Chambers, and that's the front, and you can see a picture of Brian there. You can see a picture of his friend the rabbit looking quite disgusted as well, because I think he's very smelly, but let's see what it says. Brian the Smelly Bear by Mark Chambers. Brian is a very smelly bear, but he doesn't seem to care. Know someone else in my family who's very smelly and doesn't seem to care?
Excuse me.
I smell nice, he shouts. I am clean. His friends, however, are not so keen. And there's a picture of Brian walking along, and his friends don't look very happy at all. Some cough, some wheeze, and you can do this action, Oppa, and hold their noses tight.
Oh.
His best pals, the rabbits, leap far out of sight. Do a leap, Oppa. Oh, there he goes, far out of sight. And there's Oppa, and look, those rabbits are saying, oh, yuck. They're ducking for cover. Stinky bear.
Dingo.
But Brian doesn't seem to have a clue. He says, others say,
Poo.
poo.
Such a good word.
You love the word poo, Oppa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not strange.
No.
He smells out the bushes. He honks out the shed. His stench would keep spiders away from your bed. And look at that. Look at the spiders running far away. Who's collapsed?
Someone's in the sheds.
Collapsed.
Just
I think that's like Gran collapses when you
Yes.
come in after a stinky day at work, Oppa.
Yes, with the goats.
Or whatever you're doing. He stinks out the pond and pongs out the wood. You'd be wise to run far away if you could. What are his friends doing? They're running far away. The frogs groan. The hedgehog says, "Fwah!" But Brian just rolls in the mud on the floor.
It looks a bit like a wombat, I reckon.
You think Brian? No, I think Brian's a bear, darling.
Okay.
I smell great, he says. I don't sniff. You wouldn't say that if you caught a whiff. Look at him standing there. His friends are far away, so they don't have to smell his stink. I think
Yes.
it's like what the puppies do with you, my love.
No, they always cuddle up to me.
One morning, old Badger said, "That's enough. What are we to do with that big, stinky stuff?"
Ew.
What are they going to do with stinky old Brian the bear?
There's only one thing to do.
We just can't go on. He's putting us to shame. His smell is so awful, but to him, it seems tame. There's his friends all working out what to do. They all agree that something has to be done. His friends made a plan named,
Mission Scrub.
oh, I wonder what's going to happen, scrubbing,
Yes.
and arm themselves with soap and
Bathtub.
a tub. Look what they've got. What do you think's going to happen? Let's find out, Oppa.
Is that a skunk?
That's a skunk.
He can't talk.
Well, he's not as stinky as Brian.
Obviously.
Hey, Brian, they called. Come on over here. Brian looked at them puzzled, scratching his ear. Darling, that's like when we try and wash the dogs and we say, "Come on, Murphy, come over here into the bathroom."
Yes, and they run away.
And then they run away because they hate baths.
Yeah.
We found an old bath. It's full of mud and it stinks. The animals all whispered, "Well, that's what he thinks."
Good book.
It's a good book. You're enjoying this one, Oppa,
Yes. I
is
like
it?
Relating to Stories?
Stories about stinking.
Yes.
Yes. Brian grinned as he ran the ultimate dash. He leapt high as a kite, then down with a
Wait for it.
splash. The tub isn't full of stinky, smelly stuff. It's just soapy water, Brian said with a huff. Look at him and look at that huge splash that he made.
Yes.
Goodness. So Brian, who smelt more than anyone you know, even Oppa, more than rotten old socks and fluff on your toe. There he is in the bath, getting all washed. Now smells just like flowers, like Granny does,
Like Oppa.
and has changed his name to just Brian Bear, never Smelly again. And there he is, just Brian Bear, not being smelly anymore.
No.
Hey Oppa, thanks for reading a story with us.
That's okay.
And Oppa and Granny love you
Yes.
so very much. Bigger than this.
Bigger
We
than that.
love you.
To the moon and back.
Oh, even further, Oppa.
Oh, okay.
Even
Pluto.
further. Love you guys.
Love you.
See ya. Mwah. Blow kiss, Oppa.
Bye.
Bye.